Hello everybody, this is Janice, and today's snow globe, I think this might be my last snow globe, you guys. I'm starting to get tired of doing snow globes, so I think I'm going to start with a new idea. It might involve a snow globe, but I don't think I'm going to do the snow globe shape anymore. So for now, anyway. That's how I am. You never know. So we're going to work on our snow globe base. If you're just joining me for the first time, this is from the Doodle Charms cartridge. And you can get this image on the blackout. We don't have any of the details on here. It's just the blackout cut at 5 1/4. And this is just the white part for the snow globe. And we're using my little gingerbread guy from my stamp sets, and I already picked a winner. Her name is Tiffany, I believe, and so I've already got my winner. I'm going to be mailing her stamps out. Yay! So anyway, this little stamp guy, he's all black out pretty much. If you don't use the right ink, it could be kind of splotchy, and if you don't care about that, then it's really no big deal. But what I used was the Espresso Pigment ink pad, and pigment ink is the wettest of the inks. It stays wet longer so that you can heat emboss it. So I'm going to show you that with clear embossing powder. I rather use a colored ink rather than a colored embossing powder personally, just because it goes everywhere, and I just haven't really mastered that skill, and I don't want to spend any time doing it, so I just rather use a colored ink for that. And so what I did with this guy is I stamped him with the espresso, and I didn't heat set it or anything, and I covered him with my Mod Podge stuff that I got at Michael's Dimensional Magic, and I let it dry. He's been drying since this morning, and it's about 2 o'clock now. 3 o'clock, I'm not sure what time it is, but it's been a long time. And then I used a glaze pen and colored in his little bow tie red. And then for his eyes, I want some more dimension because his face is just not very defined. So I feel like these black eyes really make him just kind of come to life. So just ripping those off. Those are from Recollections. I got them on clearance a long time ago, but I think they were Halloween last year. But see, I bought them specifically for eyes. So don't you think he looks way better? And he's sparkly too. Perfect for Christmas. Okay, now let's work on, oh, and so I did say I was going to show you about heat embossing. In case you're new, like I said, that's the Color Box pigment. It's called Espresso. And I just pick up my stamp and just make sure you get a nice, clean, or an even distribution of your ink on there. And then I like to use a foam pad underneath the paper because I feel it gives it more cushion. And then just push down evenly. And there we have a nice, rich color. And not splotchy at all. And then I'm going to get my clear embossing powder. This is probably Ranger. I don't remember because I always put them in this big container here. And so he's evenly covered there with the clear embossing powder. I'm going to get my heat tool, and this is really loud. This is not the quiet embossing gun. This is the loud one. So here we go. Oh, he looks so yummy, doesn't he? So there we have him. He's nice and shiny. And so now we could take the glaze pen, which which I like because it does have a little bit of dimension. It's not like it's puffed up or anything like that, but it's just, it stays shiny. It's like an inky pen. I really like these. I'm waiting on the souffle ones. They should be here today. I heard the mail truck delivering across the street, so should be here soon. But this is what the packaging looks like for the glaze. These were, if they're not on Blitzy anymore, I mean they were this week. They're not blitzed out. You can get these on Blitzy. Okay, and so there you have them. So I would cut him out, which I'm not going to do because I've already got this guy cut out. And that guy came out darker, I think. See the difference? I think it might be because of the glaze, that Mod Podge stuff that I put on top. Alright, so let's get to our background, because if you know me, you know I'm totally into backgrounds. And so that's what we're going to do right now. I've got Salty Ocean and Chip Sapphire. Totally love my Distress inks. And we're going to just completely colorize this piece of paper. I'm not sure what kind of paper this is. It might be Georgia Pacific. I'm not sure. I'm getting some fingerprints on there. Just going to go darker on the edges. I love this Salty Ocean color. Love, love, love it. It's so beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with some Chip Sapphire and just getting some streaks here. I think my foam pad, I think I need to replace it because it's making some funny looking lines. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I'm actually losing pieces of it. Losing pieces of my pad on here. So it might be time to replace it. Okay, so there we go. So now what I'm going to do is wet my stamp. I'm just going to put, this is a Recollection stamp, I think. I'm not sure, it was from Michael's, one of those $3.99 ones. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz it, spritz the actual stamp with this Heirloom Gold Perfect Pearl Mist. I'll take this plastic off of here too. Okay, and just spritz it on here. And then I think I'm gonna just do this. Oh, look at you! Who gave you that?
Oh, I chased the truck all around and I got this.
No way. You chased it? Oh, is that what Daddy needed $2 for? Wow. That's cool, Adrian. I didn't even hear the truck.
Yeah.
How is it?
Good.
Did you eat the gumball? That...
Yeah, and I threw the gun down the gutter.
Oh, you should have saved it for me. I like the gumball. Alright, so can you see how it's reacting with the moisture from the Perfect Pearl Mist? And then once it dries, it will be nice and shimmery.
Hello.
And that's Adrian.
I chased the truck all around to get my ice cream.
Good job, buddy. I'm glad you caught up with it. Okay, so this is going to go here, and it's going to be like he's dancing. And I do need to dry this off. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and dry it off, and then I'll come back for part 2.